My mom endured years of abuse from my dad. A few months later, my dad fell to his death in a dry well not far from home. I started looking at my mom with suspicion. Rumors about my mom murdering my dad quickly spread through the island, even though the case was eventually ruled an accident. It left me with a huge mental scar. After I left the island for school, I never went back. Until one day, I received an anonymous fax from the island. It said my mom was involved in another murder. That's when I left my job and returned home. The victim was my mom's employer of 40 years. On the day of the incident, she fell down the stairs, and my mom was standing in front of her with a rolling pin. The postman witnessed it. My mom and I returned to the old house we hadn't lived in for years. The walls were covered with hateful graffiti. The next day, we went to the house of the deceased to collect my mom's personal items. The sheriff revealed that the employer had made a will 8 years ago, and the beneficiary was my mom. My mom was shocked by this news. The employer was a cruel and sharp-tongued woman, and my mom's weathered hands were all because of her. One summer, the employer went out of town to escape the heat, and her husband died in a car accident. From that point on, she became a happy widow. Then, 3 years ago, the employer became bedridden. For someone like her, living like that was worse than dying. One day, the employer fell down the stairs. My mom wanted to call a doctor, but the employer stopped her, saying she just wanted to end it all. My mom couldn't bear it, but she planned to give her a quick release. Before she could, though, the postman interrupted. After hearing my mom's story, I stayed silent. I gave my mom a list of lawyers, but she didn't care what others thought.
It's you. What you think.
What I really cared about was the truth behind my dad's death. That's when my mom finally told me something I had forgotten. During that time, my grades dropped dramatically, unable to answer. Dad always changed the subject. During an argument with my mother, she discovered that I was wearing my father's cherished amulet around my neck. That very amulet was the evidence of my father's abuse against me.